Yeah.
year and all.
Yeah, the body's held up good in camp. I think we've got a good plan for it. But I feel good. We'll see once we start playing 60, 70 plays a week, how it holds up. But right now I'm in a good spot and I'm feeling good. Looking forward to the season.
Bubba Ventura just talked about maybe feeling there was like a culture shift and there's guys holding each other accountable more so on the player side. How do you feel that has kind of shifted this offseason into this week?
Yeah, the energy's been great. I think the mindset, the work we put in this camp, being around the guys, I feel we have a good group of guys that are working, and pushing each other. And so it's been good. We haven't really dealt with too much adversity yet, so it's easy. Sometimes when you're just in camp and stuff. But we'll see how it goes as the season goes on.
Joel, obviously a premier pass rusher that they have, and since he lines up mostly on that left side, what's the challenge for Dwan in that? And, I know it doesn't fall on one person, but
yeah,
it's a big test for him, right?
He's led the league in sacks. I think last couple of years he's a great player. And he re-signed, so he's back in there. But no, it's a huge challenge. I think we have to know where our help is. I think you're going to try and get chips. You're going to try and slide his way. You're going to try and make plays for him. Hopefully he can run the ball to keep him from those pass rushing situations. But it's really focused on our fundamentals. And knowing his premier moves, he's going to power. He's going to work inside. He's going to work an edge. But he plays so hard. You have to match his energy as well. That's kind of where it starts.
Are you surprised that he hasn't gotten more run for NFL Defensive Player of the Year over the last couple of years?
Yeah, I think he's been up there, and I think it's, I think he's in that category. You have some elite edge rushers with Miles and Micah and him and some of those other guys. I think some of those awards are like best defense as well. So if your defense hasn't performed as well, then it's hard to be like, oh yeah, player of the year on that side of the ball.
Hey Joel, you've talked about coming back and getting back to what you guys did under Kevin in his early years here. It's one thing to hear it, be told that. It's another thing to feel it. Have you been able to feel that throughout the off-season program, into training camp, you guys are getting back to that blocking scheme that made you so good up front?
Yeah, I think the installs, you put in the plays that you've ran in the past, you're like, all right, and they pull up the clips to show you where the installs are, and it's 2021 or 22 or 20, and then you're like, all right, we're getting back to it. But then you run the plays in camp and practice. We haven't got a full game of everybody out there feeling it, but it definitely has resemblance of that. So we're in a good spot.
Joel, I know you don't hear the noise, but the noise is that this is one of the worst teams in the league. How do you react to that?
The Browns are the worst.
Yeah.
The worst. Oh.
Power rankings and all
Yeah.
have you in the 30s. So.
Yeah. Well, we got to play games, right? Like we're 0-0 like every other team right now, and we had a chance to try and go 1-0 this week. I know the work we put in. I know the guys and the players we have on our team, and we're going to go out there and compete. And luckily, week 0, week 1 power rankings don't really matter. So we'll be all right, I think.
Joe, does it amaze you in some ways, George, that Joe is 40 years old and going out and has an arm like that and can still move the way that he does and that he's ready to start a game with you guys in that age?
Yeah, it's impressive. Because I feel old at times, and it's like, oh, this guy's 6 years older than me in football years. And so it's very cool to see him go. And every time he makes one of those throws, I'm like, oh, the arm is not left him. He still has that arm. He still has that ability to move around. There was a couple times in practice where he was like one of the faster guys out there, in the mid position, and it's like he still loves playing the game, and he still has that passion. So we're happy to have him.
Joel, we were just talking to Bubba, and he was kind of talking about the culture and how he feels like it's just different this year. And as somebody who's a veteran on this team, seen a lot of iterations of rosters, coaches, cultures, all those things. Do you guys kind of feel that as players as well, that things are a little bit different?
Yeah, we feel good. I think, like I kind of said a little earlier, it's easy when things are going easy. How is the culture going to hold up if you lose a game or when things go bad or something needs to be said? But where we're at right now, I think guys are pushing each other, holding each other accountable, and the group of guys in here, what I've seen in the preseason is going to play hard, is going to do the right thing. And so we're pumped about that.
Hey, Joel, I know it's the other side of the ball, but Carson Schwarzenegger has been put in a big spot as a rookie, calling plays. How
how impressed have you been by just his ability to kind of jump into that spot?
Yeah, it's been great. You know, he kind of got thrown in, like you said, and I think he's run with it. Like, he's made so many plays in practice and in the games. He's made tackles, I think, every time he's played. But I even think, like, the week before, like, camp started, he was here, like, walking through, like, doing those things. Like, he, I think, was preparing for it before it was even his opportunity. And he's really done some big things. I'm excited for him because I think he's put in the work and he's ready to help, you know, lead the defense.
Joel, the offensive line is just how over the offseason or training camp have you just seen that dedication to what you guys can do in that space?
Yeah, we got to win our blocks, our 111s. We got to go out there and push and try and make those plays. But we've worked on it, and you work those combo blocks, work those double teams, and it's been good. It's been good. I think we got to see it. You know what I mean? But from what we've practiced and we've done, it's been a good start. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.